Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Happy New Year's. Today is January 14th, and it is 9:40 p.m. It's been almost 2 months since my last video, and I know my last video I was super hyped about possibly getting a job. Um, but fortunately, I mean, of course, you guys have guessed because of how long I haven't posted a video, I didn't get it, and that one was super tough, like really tough to swallow and deal with. And once I first got the call, I was like, yeah, okay. And then when she told me, like it was like in the morning, my voice kind of got scratchy during the middle of her talking to me. So when she was like telling me that everything was it didn't work out, I was like, it's cool, no worries. But in the end, my voice was like, okay, and it sounded like I was crying, but I wasn't. But after I hung up, like, what did I feel? I felt like my whole body just dropped, and then I got teary eyed, and then I went like on my knees, and then but I didn't like feel like crying like how I thought I was. It was weird, and that's because of the adrenaline dump. I was feeling like an adrenaline dump, so I text Michelle about what happened. Like I got teary eyed, but I didn't cry. So then I'm sitting down eating breakfast in the kitchen, and then it was a couple minutes after I heard the news. I wasn't teary eyed anymore, but then Michelle called, and then she was like, "What happened, babe?" And then I told her what happened, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And then that's when I was like, and I started crying like a little baby. But I needed to release that. I needed to cry and vent just to get it over with, so I could move on. I didn't want to be salty about it or reflect, or like take up a lot of my emotion. So cried about it for a little bit, moved on, and since then I've had about um, four phone calls slash Skype interviews. I've had I think two Skype interviews. I think three, but just right now I had a technical interview online. This position's for part time, unfortunately, but what do I want to say about it? But it looks good on my resume, so I'm definitely taking that chance. But the interview, he gave me like a lot of hints. It was, I don't know, should I even explain it? But it had to do with like averaging, and a person that wasn't a part of the developer side, or the technical side, he's the one that told me about it being averaging. So I was like, whatever. I don't really think he knows what he's talking about. So I'm just going to study the other stuff because the framework is like Rails, React, Redux. So I was just focusing on studying those things. But when the test came, it ended up dealing with averaging, and it was the I was doing good at first, but then when he went on to next steps is when I struggled a bit, and I got a few hints, and I was like, man, it's not looking good. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, happy New Year's. It's a new year. I'm feeling great, feeling positive and hopeful for this job search. Yeah, that job I was hyped from last video. I was super. It was a hard one to deal with. But I moved on, and I'm still just trying to progress. Oh yeah, and I'm getting better with like my data structures and algorithms. Feeling more confident, like really confident with like search, like binary trees, graphs. I'm pretty comfortable with those, but there's still a lot I want to work on. I need to touch up on heaps because that was a question I was asked this week, and I forgot how to do it. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. But anything else happen? So I hope everybody had a great Christmas and New Year's. And yeah, it sucks I didn't get the job, but I'm getting more calls still. I'm getting more phone interviews or Skype interviews, so I'm still being positive. I'm never gonna let this hold me down forever. Um, oh yeah, so I did work on jQuery, got real better with that, and vanilla JavaScript DOM manipulation. I get that as well. Not on like a crazy level where I'm accessing the children and the children of that, but I do know how to like I mean, if I wanted to do like grab like I can't even explain anything. The unordered list and change the inner HTML, that all makes sense to me. Um, yeah, jQuery is actually pretty sick. It makes everything way easier and more simple, but I've heard that it's kind of like on the way out, and it bums me out because it's super simple. Whether it's grabbing a simple or a single um, HTML tag to adding event listeners to like on clicks or clicking on a button. So, but yeah, jQuery is cool. What am I doing now? I'm still just focusing on data structures and algorithms, but I need to work on Ruby because I haven't really touched up on Ruby in a minute. But oh yeah, in this interview too that I just had me. The guy told me to prep on like SQL, and then I was doing SQL today, and yeah, I still get SQL. It's pretty easy. It's still fun to do because I know what's happening, and like SQL queries can never be this gigantic. I mean, it could be, but usually it's not the ones I've dealt with. And then I got tested on it this interview, and I did fairly well. But I did a joins for for the joins table when I didn't have to, so that was kind of a bummer. But yeah, overall, as a software developer, I'm feeling like my general knowledge of everything is getting better. And I don't feel like there's a weak point of what I do know. So once I get more time and stuff on graphs and or with algorithms and data structures, I'll feel way better. Mm, I think that's all I have to say. Probably should have coded in this video. I didn't know this was going to be shorter, but yeah, comment below. Um, yeah, if for people out there that have been in the job search, how does it feel being denied if you've ever been denied? Because it sucks, but you just deal with it. But I want to know your personal feeling. That denial for the Boston job really was one that hit the spot, but I dealt with it better than that. The first job interview I got, that 4 hour one, that one traumatized me. I was like, I'm gonna chill for 3 months, a couple months, not code because I'm just stressed out. But this one was like, I'm crying because I really wanted this one, so I moved on. Probably should mention, yeah, man, it was so dumb too. I was doing like, I choked so bad. I was supposed to do like a helper function for two functions that are pretty similar, and I freaking choked. I thought he meant because the helper function, because both of the functions utilize sorting an array. I I thought he meant changing, like having a helper function for the actual comparator. I forgot what it's called, a comparer, a comparator, where it's like if this is bigger than this, return 1, 0, or -1. And I only made that into a helper function instead of the whole freaking method, and I choked really bad on that. But then I went past the behavior. I went past the behavioral part, and that made no sense. So I just did this kind of on the spot. I just finished my interview, so like my head's everywhere. So I'm like talking about everything super fast. Sorry, I'm just trying to explain everything. So I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. But yeah, tell me a time when you've been denied, how you handled it. What was like the worst denial you had, and what was a denial that you're able to deal with faster, or the fastest. So, yep, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what's up, and thanks to the people that still watch the videos. I'm hanging in there, and I'm making progress, and I know I'm gonna go nowhere but up. So, thanks for watching.